I keep doing this. We're here in the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Saltaire for a beer we've brewed with Salt Beer Factory, which is called VIPL. So VIPL is a Vienna India Pale Lager, VIPL. It is a base of pretty much all Vienna malt, the same as our Vienna Lager that we make with Braybrook, with a little bit of wheat for some foam going on there. The major difference is it's a kind of a cross between, I guess, a caramelly West Coast kind of IPA and a Vienna Lager. So it's a stronger ABV of like 6.3%, and it's packed in the whirlpool with a lot of American hops, and again in the dry hop. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful beer. It looks like a glass of maple syrup, and it smells like, whew, it smells like you've just spilt some hops in your marmalade and then you're trying to eat it. It tastes like, straight up front you get like a really nice like little pop of sweetness, and then that suddenly turns into like a massive resinous, piney, drying bitterness. I don't want to say like drying, because there is like such a blast of like bright citrus as well, and then a long, slow bitterness which kind of finishes things out really nicely, considering it is quite sweet. It is so banging. It's almost like if a West Coast IPA, a classic American one, had the finish of a lager, which is nice and bright and sweet and crisp. So we don't make a lot of hoppy beer at Donzoko in the conventional like IPA sense, and Salt Beer Factory, where we are right now, make a lot of hoppy beer. So it was really nice to kind of learn some tips and tricks and get access to some really banging hops. So in this beer there's Centennial hops, Citra Cryo, and Simcoe hops from Crosby. Such a nice experience in a different way of making a lager, which I obviously make a lot of lagers. Completely different way of looking at it, and I think it's a really banging beer. Like the cross between the drinkability of a lager and the intenseness of a West Coast IPA, I think it's just on the money. It was a banging day brewing at Salt Beer Factory with Colin and Tom, and I think I learned a lot, and it has made a really tasty beer. But I'm going to pass you over to Tom from Salt Beer Factory to tell us why we made a VIPL. Over to Tom through the magic of cinema.
Hi. It was a fun day brewing with Reese. All kind of started from here at Salters wanting to do a few more lagers, a few more fun, interesting styles and takes on lager. I was like, hey, let's get Reese in. He likes lager. He said yes. And then we thought, let's do a India Pale Lager, because we previously done one in the past called Draw Boy, which went down really well. So we wanted to kind of revisit that style, but to kind of make it, I don't know, a bit more unique to us and a bit more kind of in theme with Reese. Me personally, huge fan of Vienna lagers. So it's like, let's just do a Vienna lager, but turn it up to 11. Yeah, so we did. And now you can get a beer that's super crushable, that I think we're all really happy with. Back to you, Reese.
Some insightful information from our downstairs correspondent, Tom Plant there. So you can buy VIPL from your local bottle shop, from Salt Beer Factory, or more importantly, from the donzoko.co.uk website. We've got all sorts of stuff at the moment. So, very rude. We got all sorts of good stuff at the moment, and the VIPL comes in the mix pack, 12 and 24. Treat yourself, it's banging, I would, and yeah, it's a nice beer. 2 out of 10, doesn't taste like a lager.